Hello everyone. In today's class, we are just going to have a basic practical of Pandas library. This will be around maximum of 10 minutes. So I'll discuss one or two dataset or the main functionality. Rest of them we'll share the dataset with you in the description or on the WhatsApp group, so you can download and do the same thing and analyze your project. Okay. So right now, to analyze in the graphs, we need matplotlib, and for Seaborn and everything we don't need these two right now. So yeah, just go to we'll share this also, complete pandas.ipynb file with you guys. Okay, yeah, just start your system, check that it is green over here, and we'll check okay which you are connected to, what is the RAM and sizes, right? So yeah, starting with the main thing, okay, how to create own data frame or own data. So we have data series, means series. So we are not creating our series. Series is a one-dimensional array of indexed rows, but over here we are using a data frame. So we are passing the values over here. Just a second. Okay, see, I am in university right now, so might be some background noise. Okay, so see, here we are passing three rows, that is 1 to 3. Then again, second row is 4, 5, 6. Third row is 7, 8, 9. And columns are three: one column, second column, third column. Again, first column, second column, and third column. And if you want to rename the column's name, we can do by columns is equal to this. So yeah, if we print our df also, we'll get our data frame like this. And what df.head gives is if we have more than this, let's say I'll copy right now, more than 3 rows if we have, like comma control V. See, right now we have 9 rows and 3 columns. If I print it right now, see, 0 to 8 is 9 rows and ABC are 3 columns. If we do now df.head, we will be getting 4 or 5 columns. Maximum we get the 5 columns, 5 rows and 5 or 7 columns, right? You can mention how much you want. If you mention 5 or let's say 7, you will get the first 7 rows, see, 0 to 6. Same, if you want to check how many columns how many data are there from the back end, like from the 10th, then 9th or 8th, something starting from the end. So for that rows, if you want to get it, you have to mention over here is that tail and pass the number. Like last 3, if you want, just put df.tail and 3, so you'll get the 8th, 7th and 6th column, last 3 rows. So if you want to check how many columns are there and what is their name, so you have to just pass df.columns. You'll get index as ABC, and what is their data type is object. Object means string, right? So these are of the string data type. Python doesn't Pandas doesn't support data type as string. It has object instead, and for integer in 32, 64, you know this guys. And if you want this index to be in a list, you can do by using a function known as toList. Then df.index, okay, what are my index? Just I'll run it over here. So it will go from 0 to 9, and step is 1 by 1. How much index? See, the key difference between pandas and numpy is if you do 2D array in numpy, you will not get any index predefined. You can define by your own, but in the pandas, it gets automatically defined, and you can change the index also. So if you want to check the index, so index is starting from 0 to 9, 0 to 8 going to 9, but the end is not included. So 0 to 8, and step is by 1. Okay. If you want index to list, you can do it. You will get a list of all the index what you have. Okay, let's say this is the another, and I want the index to be XYZ. And if I print now df.head, yeah, I got, instead of 0, 1, 2, I got as my own custom index name is XYZ, and columns I passed as ABC. Right. Information about data frame. If you want to know about how is your data frame looking like, so I'll go for this 9th one which I created. Okay. If I put like this, df.info. Okay, see, we have 3 columns. Now, how many entries are there? 9 non-null entries are there for each column. Okay, and all these have data type of integer. 64 means 64 bytes is being allocated per integer, right? Data type is int64. And how many memory has been used at the backend? 348, right? Now df.describe will help you to find the basic mathematical statistical things. For example, what are the count, what is the mean, standard deviation, mean, 25 percentile, 50 percentile, and 75 percentile, and what is the maximum in that. Okay, so yeah, if you want to print data frame, you just have to type df. Loading data frame from file. See, let's say if we have another file and we want to get the data from that file and do the analysis on that, so we have to pass the path. Okay, what is the path? But right now we are on Google internet, so over here you have to click this file icon. Over here you have to upload like this. You just click on upload files, the first icon. Okay, and select what you want, and you can just select that. For example, for us it's coffee.csv, so I have already imported. Just click upload, it will be uploaded, and you just run this. There will be no issues, right? So yeah, just close this. Coffee.head, again for the first data set, it's our coffee, so it gave us the 5 rows and the 4 columns. It has 3 columns. It has 3 columns: coffee, day, coffee type, and unit sold. So yeah, for the BIOS PD, okay, BIOS is another data set in which we are importing from somebody, Keth Gully, complete Pandas tutorial. And this is the CSV. So for the CSV, we have to get read underscore CSV file type. See over here, pd.read CSV. I have already taught this. Okay, for different data type, we have different functions. For XLSS, we have different. For CSV, we have different. Okay. After this, we have accessing data with Pandas. If you want to check the whole data set how it is looking, just type the data set name and you'll get. Okay, for 13 we have 3 rows, sorry. If you want first 10, pass head and 10, it will give you the first 10, 0 to 9. Tail will give you from the bottom 13 to whatever we have, 4. And then coffee.sample, so it will pick random any. See, it is being random, 1, 2 over here, any random it will pick. See, sample is you can, if you have a lot of immunities with you, and if you want to check any, so you will pick any sample, right? It's not mandatory you will pick the first one, second one. You can pick any random. So you'll get the random rows and random data. Like allocation will be random, not in the series wise. Okay. The values will be same. It's not like this will be changed. The values of the rows will be same. See, it's 13 is Sunday, latte, and 35. So over there, Sunday, latte, and 35. Right. Okay. See, lock function is nothing but how to locate. See, it takes your row name and column name. You can use it to get your data. Okay. Instead of for iLock, what iLock you can use? See, iLock you can use to get using row number only and column number. You can't use row name or column name. Right. So if you want the 0th column, you got the 0th column. That is the this is the row, 0th row. So you got the day, coffee type for the 0th, unit sold for the 0th. Right. So you have the row name as 0. Similarly, if I want only day, I have to just type DAY, capital DAY. Sorry. Yeah, if I want all the day, so I have to pass all the rows, and for which column we want from the day column, we will got this, right? Same if we want the first and fifth and 0th row of the data, we have to pass the row over here. In this braces, you just pass the rows in another, because it's a series of rows, right? If you want column, you have to put a comma, and if you want only coffee type, so here you can pass Control C over here. In the string you can pass this. This is now row, this is the column. You got the coffee type as 015 espresso, latte, and latte. Okay, coffee.log 0 to 3 means 0 to 3 row you want everything, so it will give you everything. Okay, so if you want particularly unit sold, you just have to again Control C over here, comma, the rows is completed. Now put the values of this unit sold, shift enter, you got it. Locate again, same thing from the 5 till end if you want. 03 day, yeah, we did this. See, if you want everything day and unit sold, the 2 column for every rows. You can do like this. Yeah, I taught this. For iLock, you can't pass row and column name. You have to pass the index. What is the index? See, for the day, it's 0th column. This is the first column. This is the second column. If you pass iLock and see it right now it's lock, no, first and unit sold means keep first row and the column is unit sold is 10. Yeah, we got 10 over here. Here we are assigning. Before it was 15, right? So our unit sold is 10 now. So you can assign it like using this also. But the point over here is ki coffee.ilog you can't use. See, if I put see, right now it's 15 because this was the cell, it got first executed. So right now it's 15. And if you want to change, you can use equal to and pass the value. But what I'm trying to say over here, if you put iLock, that is index locator or index location, so it will give you error because unit sold is not a key or something type. You just have to pass unit sold is 0th, first and second column. Pass the second column. Coffee.iLock, yeah, you got the 15 value, right? So iLock uses index, lock uses name of the row and column, right? If this was the name, see right now index is allocated by the pandas. So if you want to change the row index name, you can change, and if for the lock, you can use that name only. If at that time you pass the row with the number, it will show you error. Okay, so to access only one value, this can only be used. Coffee.add, this is the another way you can get a value. And coffee.day will give you the day column, that column and only the coffee. See, we only used one more way, no, that we pass the over here. This is also the another way using log function, but here this is the one more another way you can do. Coffee.day, or you can pass anything, any column if you want, you can pass, or like this also. If you want to check arrange the values of something, if you want to sort the values, we have a function known as sort values. Pass the column name which you want to sort and it will be sorted. See, like 10, 20, 25, every value are in ascending order. And see the row index, see it is getting changed 0, 1, 3, 0, 5. So it will sort. Then if you want to in reverse order, like you want the descending order, you have to pass another parameter, ascending is equal to false. So it will convert it into descending order. Okay, so yeah, for index, here we are using a for loop in which we are passing the item rows, print it index, the row, and what the else values we have. So yeah, check it, try by your own and do this for every for every column what you encounter, or for every row what you encounter. No, you can try this. So it will give you the detail about that thing, right? So here we are getting the printing the row also, printing the index also. Okay, see, for the 8th index, again we are printing the row, that is day Friday, coffee type espresso, unit sold 45, and it is also giving the what is the name and object type. The data type is object. So yeah, you can get the detail of the particular row by doing this also. Okay, filtering data, another data set is bios.head. This is the second data set which I'm covering. After this, I'll end up, or in between I'll end up the call, this video. So rest of the thing you just discover by yourself, so you'll learn something. So bios.head, we get the 5 values of the bios data set, in which we have athlete ID, name, born date, born city, and rest of the columns you can check it by you. Bios.info to get the info of our data set. So yeah, we have 145 500, this much of entries which are not null, like it has some values, right? And what type of value athlete ID is having is integer 64. Name for object, born date is also object, city, region, country, height centimeter, see again it's float 64, weight kg, that is float 64, non-null, everything is non-null. And yeah, you just do it by yourself. If you want to filter the data, okay, I want the data which particularly like look like this. So let's say if we want height centimeter which is greater than 215 centimeter. So yeah, you can find over here. See, this is the height column. Yeah. Okay. And again, you can use sort, so to get in ascending order, and if you want to reverse order, you can also get like descending order. So bios.locate, bios is the data frame name or data set name, and again in the bios, why I'm doing this, I can do this also. I remove this and I can print this. But the point is, if I pass this fancy indexing, I taught you guys fancy indexing. This is known as fancy indexing, where I want this also. This feature should be there, greater than 215, but with two columns that are name and height centimeters. See, I am getting the name and height centimeter. This is the ID, that is the index. That is not a big issue. Again, I told you guys logical operators, how you can use and or something. So yeah, similarly, and again the data set, born country must be USA. So we got USA person with height greater than 215, right? See over here, this is the another way. We are passing the BIOS dataset. Again, born country must be India, height, centimeter, and name. So we got what is the height, what is the name. Okay, what is the total values we have? 536 rows. Like this, we have. This is one entry. This how similarly we have 536 entries, and we are passing the two columns. That's why it is showing two columns, right? That is height, centimeter, and name. Right. Again, same thing. You can do ascending dot false. What I taught you guys, no? Okay, you can put the sort values. You can put same thing. See, if you want to check for name which contains Gagan in their name, you can put like this string that contains Gagan. You will get the name Gagan Ajit Singh, Gagan Narang. See, ignore this background noise if it is coming. Okay, I'll end soon now. Yeah, if you want to check if born country should be India. So yeah, this is USA. Over here, if you want India, we got India, right? This is the another way you can do the similar thing. And all India is I did right now because we want to check whole dataset how it is looking. If I remove this, I didn't get the dataset because I'm not printing it. I'm just allowing it the values. I'm just passing it, like I'm assigning the all India values, okay, of born country to this dataset. Okay, if I print now all India, so right now I just created one dataset from the BIOS dataset. That is the all athlete data of all countries, right? So I just located this. Okay, of this condition, if it is true, pass all the dataset to all India. So this is how you can copy a dataset from another dataset or create a dataset. So if you want the mean, so you can get the mean, and all India you have. So this is another dataset. So it will be like separating you from the doing. If you do something over here, it will not be changed into the main dataset. So you can use mean, median, or standard deviation. Okay, see, observation, the average height of Indian participating in Olympics is 172.5240. Again, if you want to do query, you can do in BIOS India, BIOS or all India, you can do anywhere. So what is their born city, Kolkata, Calcutta, year, and everything. Adding, removing column. So if you want to add another column, you can do like you just pass the new column name, no? And if you don't pass the values, everything will be filled with nan or 0. So if you want to assign some values to each and every, just pass the new column. See, I'll do one thing. Okay, before doing this, I should check what my coffee look like. COFFEE. See, yeah, over here we have day, coffee type, unit sold. If you want another column of price, so if you do only price, see what will happen. I'll print. Yeah, it wants what should be the value. If you put 0, shift enter. So, and I'll print code coffee. See, right now I've assigned all the values to 0, right? Yes, the average copy of Indian is 50. Yeah, for this, if you put coffee price equal to 60, and over here if you run it again, the prices will be updated to 60. If you don't believe me, do a sales analysis of coffee in India. Okay, coffee.head, again same thing. NP where coffee type is espresso 50 and 70. So it will give you the same thing which have the values, right? Okay, espressos and new price will be between 50 and 70 for the espressos, right? Coffee.drop means to remove a column where in place is true. For all the things you want to remove of the column price, yeah, it will be removed. Yeah, rest of the thing I think you should try. See, I already completed more than 60%. Yeah, so this was the class. If you have any doubt, do comment it out or post in Discord community or WhatsApp or anything. Just post it. We'll definitely help you out. Okay, this was the first recorded session, and soon rest of them will be recorded. But for the feature engineering, we are thinking to have a live session that will be most probably on Saturday, because we don't have class on that day. Yeah, thank you guys. Any doubt, just let me know. And from the next class, we will be covering starting the matplot, and we will share you the mini and major projects of the Pandas. Yeah, thank you.